Alright, here's a little update on some of my other outdoor Kratky hydroponics. And I apologize for the road noise. My lavalier mic finally broke, so I'm having to use the on-camera mic. We live right on Main Street here in town. We have nowhere to garden. We live in a townhouse. We have this small area of mulch here, so I think that's will be kind of interesting for my channel, because there's a lot of people living in the cities that say I can't grow my own vegetables and you know, produce my own food, but we're going to prove that wrong, or you know, not prove it wrong. A lot of people on YouTube have shown that you can grow stuff in the city. But anyways, this bucket here was kind of these were the sole survivors of their species in my original plant starts I did. So that's why I ended up with this bucket with a one Dolce Vita spinach, this sweet basil, and this Cascadia bush snap pea plant. You know, they were the only ones that made it out of their starts. Actually, the basil, there's other basil, but we moved them in the dirt long ago. So I had these three in this bucket, and it's just kind of interesting. Now, the spinach didn't do really well, and if you look up hydroponics here on YouTube, most people say spinach is really tough to grow. Even at my hydroponic store, I asked them about growing spinach, and they're like, don't even bother, it's a pain. You won't get any good results. But I got this one Dolce Vita just kind of still plugging away in here. The snap pea is doing great. It actually bloomed 3 days ago, and you can see here there's a pea within 3 days. It's that long already, so it's got 3 blooms. There's a handful more coming out. It's doing really well. Again, it's growing in the Botanicare Pro Blend Grow formula. Had a pH of about 6.5, and it's about 800 parts per million is what it ended up to be, because I didn't even measure it, but I tested it once I got my meter. And then this this basil, this was one where it had way too many, and the snap pea keeps trying to grab a hold of it. It had way too many plants in one thing, but I just popped it in here. You can see the roots are a little brown, but it's not doing too bad. Little gunky here, I think it was from the damp rock wool. But it grows, it produces, we keep trimming stuff off of it, using it. It's not doing too bad. But again, the highlight of this was the snap pea. It did really well. It did so good, I'm growing some more. We got some in dirt right here, and this plant's doing real well. We got this little string trestle, so no air pump, no electricity. It's in a, this is a 4.5 gallon bucket, or 4 gallon bucket. It's kind of odd size, from my local supermarket. It's looking good. It's not in full sun. It gets a little sun every day, so there's no algae in it. But again, doing good. Got snap peas popping out of it. I'm really pleased with this little project here. The sole survivor Kratky snap pea, basil, and Dolce Vita spinach.